Don't take this ass whipping personally.
What's going on, Who Dat Nation? It is yours truly, TJ Jones, the host of the State of the Saints podcast. And I'm here to talk about the Saints versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers game. And before I get started, I'm just still wondering to myself, what time does the game come on? That's all I want to know. What time did the game come on? Because I'm looking at ESPN.com, and I mean, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe this was a mistake, but it had the New Orleans Saints beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by a score of 38-3. Now, I mean, my eyes had to be playing tricks on me. It had to, man. I'm talking Willie D, Bushwick Bill in them. It had to be playing tricks on me because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan base have been talking mad greasy. I'm talking mad greasy. I'm talking about brown paper bag greasy. I'm talking about Philly cheesesteak greasy. I'm talking about grandma fried chicken greasy. This cannot be. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the same Tampa Bay Buccaneers that told me that the Saints were scared, the same Tampa Bay Buccaneers that said they own the division, the same Tampa Bay Buccaneers that said that they are the kings of the division. It can't be. It can't be. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are supposed to be the Super Bowl contenders coming out the NFC, it can't be, man. There's got to be some kind of mistake because the Saints couldn't have possibly beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by a score of 38-3. But then I had to come to myself, Who Dat Nation, because I had to say that this is true, because it had to be true, because the same people who was talking noise on social media, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, they are nowhere to be found. I mean, I searched high, I looked down low. I could not find a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan. I mean, I couldn't find them. Where they at? Where are all the Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans today? Somebody please tell me where they at. Because last time I checked, the class of the NFC South were the New Orleans Saints. I tried to tell you, Tampa. I tried to tell you. I tried to warn you. I tried to protect you guys from embarrassment. But you wouldn't listen. And the Saints had to take y'all boys to the woodshed and had to put y'all out the pasture. And not only did the New Orleans Saints beat you once, the New Orleans Saints beat you twice. Sweep Sweep around your own front door, front door. That's what the Saints did to you. They swept y'all. And I don't want to hear nothing. I heard all the excuses in the world. Man, y'all got this game week 1 because this is our preseason. Well, tell me, what was it in week 9? Somebody, please tell me what it was in week 9. Tampa, I've been trying to tell you. I've been trying to tell y'all folks, y'all were not ready for prime time. Oh, TJ, you hating, you scared. You see what we got. Y'all don't understand what we got right here. Y'all understand what y'all got. Y'all got players 2 for $3. Okay, that's cool. If you're dealing with a Black Friday sale, if you're going to Costco, 2 for $3, cool. But we talking about football. We talking about camaraderie. We talking about chemistry. That is what we're talking about. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers found out that there are some things that you just cannot buy. And what you can't buy, Tampa Bay, is heart. What you can't buy is determination. What you can't buy is a brotherhood. You can't buy it. The New Orleans Saints whoop y'all. Spanked. Sweep around your own front door, front door. They swept y'all. And you know why? Because they are better than you, Tampa. And we proved it. We proved it. I don't want to hear nothing else from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan base. Y'all need to go sit y'all behinds down somewhere and bow down to the kings of the NFC South. I tried to warn you, Tampa. And now my rant, before I get into the game itself, this goes out to all the national media people around here just moonwalking like Michael Jackson at the Motown 25th anniversary special. All those people out there that tried to backtrack, all of the social media people out there that's trying to erase the videos to try to save their journalist credibility. All I got to say is keep the same energy. We don't want your praise. We don't want your love. We don't want you to say that we're Super Bowl contenders. Keep that same energy. We don't want it. We don't need it, okay? Because y'all fake, okay? That's fake love right there. I see on Good Morning Football, I see Nate Burleson. Man, this is like a brotherhood. This is like a brotherhood. They work together. This is a system. Nah, bro, shut up. Because you ain't trying to get on board no type of love. All I heard was Gronk and Brady and Mike Evans. And man, knock it off. All that fake love that the media is giving the Saints here today, keep that same energy. Because we seen the videos. We seen Fox Sports 1. Yeah, we seen your Marcellus Wilder. We seen your Emmanuel Acho talking mad greasy on Speak for Yourself. We seen you Skip Bayless on Undisputed. We seen you Max Kellerman, Stephen A. Smith, Rex Ryan with his old hating tail. We seen y'all. We seen the clean sweeps across the board. We seen the skulls and flags flying. We seen them from Mike Tirico to Tony Dungy, which I'm going to give him a pass because he used to be the coach. But we seen them. And now that you all see what we see, what we knew the whole entire time, all we have to do and all we got to say to you all is to kiss our tail. Keep on praising the Patrick Mahomes and the Lamar Jacksons of the world, which they deserve it. Keep on praising those guys. And the Saints are going to be chilling right here atop the NFC South. And I hope, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm loving the energy because it's mostly they're talking about more so what Tampa didn't do, more so what the Saints did. So keep on hating. Keep on hating. We love it. We love it over here. We don't need your love. The Saints will be the underdog. We fine by that. We fine. We don't need it. We don't need it. Josh, thank you for the $2.99. He says, good game, Saints Nation. Y'all beat TF out of us. Look, Josh, no, look, I appreciate the $2.99. but it wasn't a good game, man. Let's just be real about this, Josh. It wasn't a good game at all, man. It wasn't a good game. Y'all got stoned, okay? A good game would be 27-24. A good game would be 20-17. A good game might even be 30-17. This was not a good game. The Saints beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers into submission, okay? And Josh, I appreciate it. Josh, I mean, I've seen you on the State of Saints podcast before, but this is for those Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans that's out here, man, good game, man. On to next week. Nah, bro, nah. There ain't no on to next week. Y'all gonna get these jokes. Y'all gonna get these jokes. Y'all not gonna be able to backpedal out of this situation because you all put yourself in this position. You didn't know your role, okay? Which, in the words of The Rock back in 1997, you should have knew your role and shut your mouth. But you didn't. So now you got to get these jokes. You got to get these broom emojis. You got to get these Michael Jordan crime faces. You got to get the embarrassing statuses and posts that you put out there right back to you. Okay? In the words of Miss Sealy on the color purple, anything you done to me, gonna be done to you. That is what we trying to do out here in the Who Dat Nation. I'm sorry. Josh says, good game. Yeah, man. Like I said, it wasn't a good game for y'all. I'm sorry, bro. Great game by y'all, not us, bro. Yeah, man. We're definitely not y'all. Tim, thank you very much for the $5. He said, 2nd and 5 against Drew since he was a Charger. Did you know how good it feels to know that the Saints gave him the worst loss in his career? Yes, man. And not to mention that Drew Brees is 5-2. 5-2 against Tom Brady. Caleb, thank you very much for $2. Said Jameis Winston eating W's. Yes, sir, man. Jameis Winston, you could tell, man. I know that felt good to that man. For the Saints to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to a point where they had Jameis Winston on the field with about 7 minutes left in the game. I know that had to feel good to that man. I know it had to feel good. And I know it felt good to me. I ain't going to lie to you, man. This is one of those games that just felt so good, okay? This was like an Atlanta Falcon blowing a big lead good. This almost trumped that. Like, seriously, to me. Because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they were so sure, man. Like, they were so sure. They were so positive, Who Dat Nation. They were so positive. Like, boy, they chest was about out to him. You know what I'm saying? It was, man, their chest was, it was out. They was really out there telling us that they about to take over the division. They really believed that with their heart of hearts, with all of their soul and might. They really thought that the week 1 was an anomaly, and they were just like, okay, we're going to get this over with. And they start coming up with all of these different scenarios. Like, we beat Green Bay. Y'all didn't. We beat the Raiders. Look how we beat them. Y'all didn't. This is what they were saying. And this was what they were trying their logic with. We beat them and they beat y'all, so we better than them. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, man? There's got to be some kind of joke, man. There's got to be some kind of joke. We are, what is it about? It's about almost 1 o'clock here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Okay, if you're watching this show live, it's almost 1 o'clock here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. This has got to be some kind of joke. I would have sworn that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was about to beat the Saints 52-17. I would have thought the score was going to be 6-3-7. I thought that the Saints was about to get destroyed the way Tampa was talking. But, oh boy, how you got to keep your words soft and sweet, because you never know when you're going to have to eat them. Going on to Glenn. Glenn says, I don't understand how people were so into Tampa when we beat that, but the first week. Look, check this out. They never want to give the Saints credit. And I'm okay with that now. Like, I'm serious. I am okay with them not giving the Saints any credit. Please don't. Don't give this team no type of credit. Please tell them they're the underdogs. Please pick against them every single week. Please do that. Because they kept on looking at these games. They kept looking at these games. Oh, the Saints only was winning by a total of 3 points. They playing dangerous. They living on the edge. Not understanding that Drew Brees was playing without any number one and number two receivers over the last couple weeks. He had a game. They had a game. They didn't even have their 2 starting cornerbacks. Are you kidding me? And the Saints still found a way to win. They were not taking that into account at all, which tells me everything I need to know. They don't pay attention to the Saints. That's just like this morning I'm watching First Things First, and they like, oh, man, they partying in the locker room because they beat Tampa. Man, the Saints party every week in the locker room. Everybody know that. They're known for their locker room celebrations after games. These guys really believe that the Saints was out here grandstanding. Like I said, they know absolutely nothing about the team. They create their own narratives. And if you're not a fan of the Saints and you don't follow the team, you'll probably believe what they're telling you. These guys party in the locker room every single week after victory. These people are trying to make you think that the Saints just was so happy to beat Tampa. Huh? Huh? Are you serious? What? You think the Saints are just so over the top, beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Who that nation? Casual fans all across the country that's watching the State of the Saints podcast. Maybe you're not a Saints fan. Understand this. The Saints have beaten the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 5 times in a row. Since the inception of the NFC South back in 2002, the Saints have swept the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 8 times. Overall, all the teams in the NFC South, the Saints hold the largest margin of victory versus, you guessed it, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Do you really think that the New Orleans Saints would bust out some champagne, strobe lights, and the baby and Lil Baby because they beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? What? Clueless. These people don't have a clue. They don't know what the hell going on in New Orleans. And I appreciate that. Keep it right there. We don't need that. We don't need you guys' validation. I'm fine being an underdog. Keep the Saints at underdogs, okay? I love underdog. I used to watch the cartoon when I was a kid, okay? I used to like Shoe Shine Boy, who eats that magic pill and just evolves into underdog. I used to love the cartoon. I like the movie to a certain extent. Let the Saints be the underdogs. I'm cool with that. I have no problem with the Saints being an underdog. A can of whoop ASS. We're not going to curse on there, man, on this edition this morning. I got handed to the Bucs last night. Thank you very much for the $2. Really do appreciate that. Appreciate that can of whoop. You know what? Whoop Taz. I'll just say whoop Taz. Okay, for all the people that listening to this audio form. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about this, man. Enough said, man. Let's go ahead and talk about these stats, man. Enough of this. I just had to get this out here. I just had to get it out there because I am absolutely disgusted with the treatment of the New Orleans Saints. They do not deserve this. And my guy, Brandon Marshall, my guy. Look, Brandon Marshall, as a player, I love Brandon Marshall. I really did. I love Brandon Marshall. I used to love to watch him play. I call the guy Mr. Yak because when he catch that football, he getting them yards out of the catch. He turned into a running back. Tough, physical as they come. But this dude has been rolling with a narrative. First, check this out. First, it was Michael Thomas is all the Saints got. That's what it is. If they don't think about anybody outside of Michael Thomas, that's all they have. If you take Michael Thomas, they're not going to be able to do anything. How that turned out for you, Brandon? Then it's, oh, they don't have Alvin Kamara. All they had was him, and they don't have anything else. Well, here come Marquez Callaway, 8 catches for 75 yards. Well, they doing it now, but they choke in the playoffs. Bro, what is it, man? Come on, man. Look, I get it. I get it, man. You're trying to keep a job. I get it. It's a cozy little job. You get the tug on TV, give your opinion. But what are we doing here, folks? Are we going to pretend like we actually believe what these people are saying? Are we going to like pretend? If you're like, honestly, if I'm wrong, I come on here and say, look, I'm wrong. I apologize, folks. I apologize. I'm wrong. I don't delete no State of the Saints podcast videos. I don't delete no comments. None of that stuff. I don't do any of that. If I eat crow, you know what I'm saying? I'm eating crow. I don't care. But these people, they delete YouTube videos. They take, you know what I'm saying? They delete tweets. All for you can feel like they right. And they won't question your credibility. In the words of Cat Williams, don't you know we can see you? Don't you know we saw what you said? You can't erase our minds. You don't have a neuralizer like on Men in Black with Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith. We see you. We saw it. We heard it. Are you kidding me? Give me a freaking break, man. Give me a break. We saw it. We saw it, folks. I'm sorry. We saw it. All the close games and injuries led to this big win. Are you a Bucs fan or are you a Saints fan on this one? Are you saying that the Saints injury? Are you saying that the Saints injuries in the close games led to this point? Or are you just saying are you saying that from a Tampa perspective? Because I don't want to hear no excuses from Tampa. Oh my goodness, man. If we got anybody trying to give Tampa Bay excuses, I ain't trying to hear it, okay? Y'all done everything. Y'all done used every cheat code, okay? Y'all done everything for the exception of going to the store and buying those old magazines that used to have all the cheat codes for video games. That is what y'all been trying to do. Y'all been playing fantasy football and y'all done turned off the salary cap on Madden so many times. I don't want to hear nothing about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Y'all supposed to have the best run defense. The Saints slice y'all up like cheese. Y'all supposed to have the best pass rush. The offensive line held y'all at bay. Y'all was supposed to have the better team, and the Saints held y'all to 3 points. And then y'all boys just went straight Bush League, just kicking a Ryan suck-up field goal so y'all won't get embarrassed and won't get goose egg. This was a shutout, in my opinion. You look, Ryan suck-up. Shouts out to him, man. Like the guy, been following the guy since he got into the league. But give me a break, man. Y'all got whooped. Y'all got whooped. Y'all got straight up whooped. Y'all got y'all behinds whooped. Whoop did. Okay. Okay. Somebody said that I should open up the phone line. So I'm gonna do that, man. I'm gonna do it, man. But before I do that, man, I just have to say this. I gotta do this, folks. I gotta do this. I gotta give you the stats, okay? Because we gotta put this game into perspective, okay? Drew Brees, once again, okay? I said about 3 weeks ago, look, I'm eating crow because of Drew Brees. Unfreaking believable. 26 of 32, 222 yards, 4 touchdowns, and he had a QBR of 98. Quarterback rating 135.2. Taysom Hill, who was also unbelievable in this game. And the New Orleans Saints, oh my goodness. The New Orleans Saints knew that everybody knew that if Taysom Hill is in a game, everybody think they're going to run. And they used that to their advantage. And I'm telling y'all right now, y'all know the reason why the Saints were able to throw the ball more with Taysom Hill? Because of Michael Thomas. Because Michael Thomas is back, okay? I mean, they loaded the box, and it made them pay. They made them pay. Taysom Hill was unbelievable in this game, running and passing. He was 2 for 2, 48 yards. Jameis Winston even came in the game on mop-up duty. I know he felt good with that. He threw a pass for 12 yards. Taysom Hill, 7 carries, 54 yards. Alvin Kamara, 9 carries for 40 yards. Latavius Murray's 10 carries, 39 yards. Latavius Murray had more carries than Alvin Kamara in this game. Then mop-up duty, Dwayne Washington came in the game with 5 carries. The Saints ran the ball. Check this out, y'all. The Saints ran the ball 37 times, and they threw the ball, what was that, 35 times. Okay, so they ran the ball more than they passed the ball. For all my people out there, but we've been advocating running the football. Michael Thomas comes back. Oh, Michael Thomas, you know what I'm saying? Carlton Davis. Carlton Davis. Hey, he locking up Michael Thomas. 5 catches, 51 yards on a snap count. Okay, Deontay Harris, all he can do is just return kicks. 1 catch, 40 yards. Adam Troutman, finally, they used him in a goal line situation. The guy balled out, okay? Adam Troutman ain't going to be a problem. Like, him catching a pass from Drew Brees, like, you can tell. Like, it just boosted his confidence, okay? It just boosted his confidence. 3 catches, 39 yards. Emmanuel Sanders back from COVID, 4 catches, 38 yards in a tub. You know my boy Traquan Smith, 1 catch, 21 yards. 1 catch, 14 yards for a touchdown. Jared Cook, probably wish he can have this game back, which, you know what I'm saying, if Jared Cook would have held on to the football, the Saints probably would have scored 50. All right, so we're going to put this in perspective. Then we got to talk about this defense. Look, for all my people out there that were saying that I was absolutely crazy, because I said, oh, the Saints don't need to go and get Jadeveon Clowney. Man, you tripping, man. We don't need Jadeveon Clowney. We need him. We need Jadeveon Clowney. We need him. Man, I'm like, we got Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson, he a backup. That's all he is. He a role player. He a backup. How you like me now? The guy leads the team in sacks with 7, had 2 in a game, should have had 3, but 1 they called back. Guy out here straight up balling. David Onyemata. Anybody concerned about Sheldon Rankins? I am concerned about Sheldon Rankins as far as his health going forward. But David Onyemata gets better and better every single year. Had an interception in the game. Marcus Williams, can't talk about him in this game. Had an interception. There's something about Tom Brady. He just loved playing against Tom Brady, right? Malcolm Jenkins probably had his best game back in a Saints uniform. Honestly, there's very little to nitpick in this game. The Saints dominated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Absolutely dominated them. Ain't got nothing else to be said. Like I said, media don't need your love. Don't need your respect. We don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need it at all. Okay? And the only thing I would say about this game is watching this game really made me angry as a Saints fan, because I'm wondering to myself, where has this been all year long? Where has it been? Where has it been all year long? Where has this inspired football been all year long? I don't feel like you have to wait. You don't have to wait to play a Tampa Bay Buccaneers for you to play like this. I expect for you to play like this going into next week against the 49ers. Don't let up and continue to play. Ball out, straight up. That was the only thing about this game that bothered me. I'm like, where was this all season long? But I'm going to go ahead and open up the phone lines right now. I'm putting the link inside of the chat. I'm going to take a few calls and see what you all have to say about this game. I read off the stats. I didn't did my rant. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll leave it up to you all. You know, I want to see what you all have to say about the game. RC says, bro, they finally got Mike T and Sanders back. That helped tremendously. Yep, them boys going to be a problem. And not to mention Marquez Callaway. All right.
Whoa, TJ, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. What's going on?
What's going on, man? Look, bro. Shout out to guy who called it last night from the podcast. He said, I don't know if you remember him, I don't know his name, but he said, TJ, we gonna beat the brakes off him. And we really wasn't agreeing with that, you know. But
right.
as you can see, you know, we was in for it, man. Right. Another thing, they want to talk. The Succaneers want to call us the Aints. I've been hearing the Aints. Well, you know what, TJ? Today, I guess I'll be an Ain't, because you know why? We ain't allow a touchdown. We ain't allow a first down in the first half. We ain't allow more than 50 rushing yards, and we still ain't allow a 100-yard game. So I'll be an Ain't today, because we so ain't allow a lot yesterday. But overall, I'm happy, bro. I can't find them. Guys at work took off. There's some Buccaneer fans. I can't find them.
I can't
They,
find them
I,
either.
I can't find. They was talking, greasy TJ.
Man, greasy, bro.
I'm talking 3 for 3 churches, chicken greasy,
Man,
man.
for real.
You already know.
Man, mad
I
greasy,
can't.
bro.
I mean, and I'm a little upset. The only bad thing I got to say is Sean Payton, man. He called off the dogs. I didn't care. I wanted him to run it up like on Madden when you playing against your little cousin or something. I wanted him to run the numbers up. Get
Man, for
70
real.
points just for this team. Just
Right.
for Tom Brady. Just because everybody picked against us. The media, everything. It's prime time. Everybody's seeing this ASS whooping. Everybody's seeing it
Right.
embarrassing. We
Right.
called off the dogs too early, man. We
I
called
was
them
I
off
was
too early.
mad in a second quarter when they had about 50-something seconds left, and Marcus Williams
They
intercepted
knew.
the ball, and they had two
Yeah.
timeouts left. I'm like, y'all not even gonna try to get a field goal?
I
Like,
said Drew Brees gonna go down and get another one for the half.
man.
We kneeled. I say what? At least on the end on the last drive when James Winston was in, we still kneeled on that fourth down. I felt like we should at least kick the field goal, make it 40. I
Right.
wanted it. I just wanted it,
Man,
bro.
me too, man. I
But
wanted it too.
but we got the win. We're
Right.
gonna hopefully carry it over to next week, man. I'm excited, but as long as we keep it like this, bro, good things. And another thing, I didn't realize we was number 1 in the NFC after that game.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
realize
yeah.
that.
We're the one seed now, man. We're the one seed. That's why we got to keep this momentum going, man. We can't let
Yes,
up.
sir. But that's all I got, man. I appreciate it, man.
All right, Chosen, you take it easy, man. Appreciate the call.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to Chosen, man. All right. We're gonna move on to Bashir. Bashir, what's going on?
How you doing, bro?
Hey, how you doing, man?
I ain't doing none.
Yeah, what you got for us, man? You excited about the victory?
Listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm an Eagles fan.
Mm-hmm.
And we play y'all, I think like week 13 or something like that. So,
Yeah.
I just watched the, scan it, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
actually a up and coming Eagles content creator. So,
Okay,
look,
okay. What's up,
look,
man?
what I'm saying? So I learned from you. I learned from a lot of y'all and stuff like that. So I appreciate that. But I called in to ask you, you know what I'm saying? Sean Payton in that defense. Who's your defensive coordinator?
Dennis Allen.
Dennis Allen, right? Dennis Allen was calling them dogs to Tom Brady. Tom Brady had nowhere to run, literally. So
No.
what I wanted to ask you was this: do you think that when I believe do y'all play the Packers? I thought y'all did. Do
Now,
y'all?
yeah, we already played them. They beat us. They beat
Oh,
us
okay,
a
okay.
couple
But I
weeks
was just
ago.
wondering because that defense looked similar to the Packers defense, just blitzing, blitzing, blitzing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I felt I was going to ask you, do you think if y'all play a quarterback like in the playoffs, such as I'm trying to think in the NFC like a Russell Wilson or somebody like that, if y'all bring the hounds, do y'all think y'all secondary will get carved up?
Nah, man, Bashir, because the fact of the matter is, contrary to popular beliefs, Dennis Allen don't blitz a lot. The Saints try to get home with their front forward, and they try to get pressure on the quarterback using their front forward because they got Jenkins and they have Lattimore on the outside. They play a lot of cover zero, a lot of man coverage. In this game, they played a lot of man coverage. They played a lot of zero coverage. Man, it was like Jenkins, you take Antonio Brown and
Right.
Lattimore, you do what you do with Mike Evans. So it's a lot of man coverage that takes place in New Orleans, man. Very, very little zone. I mean, it
Mm-hmm.
depends on the situation. So I don't expect for the Saints to be blitzing all over the place. That's not their style.
Right.
They're more of try to get home with their front four, maybe send a linebacker or something like that on a blitz every now and then, maybe third down in a NASCAR package. But I don't expect that, man, because like you say, man, if you're going up against somebody like Russell Wilson, you got to respect his ability to
Right.
scramble in the pocket. And also, if I'm talking about the Eagles, I got to give y'all respect too, because y'all one in the NFC East right now. So I
Yeah.
mean, you look at somebody like Carson Wentz, his ability to scramble outside the pocket, him improvising plays. I think it could be a problem for the New Orleans Saints, but it's just a matter of having a disciplined defense. I just think that the Saints, I don't think you're going to see a lot of blitzing in front of New Orleans Saints, especially in like going up against guys like Wentz or Wilson.
Right, because I was hearing a lot of talking like in the media today, and they were mostly excited that like Tom Brady. Then I think not even carve y'all up, but in the first half, the man was just stuck in the ground.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying. I was just saying like, do you think that's kind of smart to just keep sending the house not on every down, but just sending the house like here and there because like some quarterbacks, like I said, like you said, like a Russ or even Wentz. You know what I'm saying? Even Wentz been having some regression this year. Like some quarterbacks will carve you up. So you know what I'm saying? That was just my take on that. So thank you for
Yeah.
taking my call.
No problem, Bashir. I appreciate it, man. Call back anytime, man. And good luck
Do
to
do
your
you have
Eagles, man.
do you have a Twitter?
Oh yeah, man. At State of Saints, man. At State
Okay.
of Saints.
Okay. I'm gonna try to see if we can get some collab going or something.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. Just keep in touch with me.
I got you, bro.
All right,
Appreciate you.
take it easy, man. All right, man. Shouts out to Bashir, man. Yeah, but I mean, teams are going to blitz and they're going to bring pressure, especially when they had a lead like the Saints did. I mean, they were up by like 4 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? So of course they're trying to do all these different exotic blitzes and stuff like that. This is your opportunity to see these different looks. So that didn't surprise me at all. Jerry, what's going on, man?
What's going on, TJ Jones, the host
Yes, sir.
of the State of the Saints podcast?
I knew you excited about this victory, man.
Oh, man, what a night it was last night. But TJ, I want to say this, my brother. I want to say this to everybody. I'm talking about everybody that picked the Buccaneers to beat us last night. Guess what? Ding dong! We put a foot in that booty last night. We put a foot in Brady's butt last night.
Yes, sir.
And all of me talking about, because we got Tom Brady, we got Antonio Brown, Leonard Fournette. Let me tell y'all something. Don't count out the Saints.
Yep.
Do not count them out because y'all can diss us if you want to, but the truth of the matter is we put a foot in that booty last night.
Yes, sir. No doubt about that.
And TJ, everything was running smooth. I've never seen a Saint team like this before.
Man, complete game.
Yes, I have. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
The last time something like this happened when we played the Indianapolis Colts
in
2011 for Sunday Night Football, and we scored 63 points on these guys.
Right.
63 minus Peyton Manning with that team.
Yeah, Curtis Payne. Like that's why I feel like this victory was more impressive. You're going up against a 6-time Super Bowl champion, arguably the greatest quarterback to ever put on a pair of cleats, and you beat him into submission. Like, I feel like that, like anybody could beat Curtis Painter. You know what I'm saying? Like Curtis Painter was not that good. You know, like I mean, I'm just being real. Curtis Painter was not good. There was a reason why the Indianapolis Colts end up picking first in the draft, end up getting Andrew Luck the following year because Curtis Painter sucked. Okay, so but I feel like this.
Curtis Painter was hot garbage.
Yeah, definitely was hot garbage.
Yes, but man, everything went well last night, offense and defense.
Right. Yeah, no doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. It was a fun game to watch.
And now, TJ, I'm looking at these people on here on FS1 and Fox and ESPN. They all eating crow right now, bro.
Man, they
down on their hands and knees begging for forgiveness.
I ain't giving them nothing. Like seriously, I want them to keep that same energy. I ain't giving them nothing. I don't want their validation. Don't need their validation. And if I'm a Saints player, I won't want it either. I think there's a picture that's going around right now. And Alvin Kamara taking a picture with the other running backs. He got both his middle fingers up. And I believe those middle fingers symbolize how every single member of the Who Dat Nation feels after the entire media world, for the exception of the lady who do analytics on the NFL Network and the beautiful Kay Adams. That's like the only people I've seen that are part of the national sports media that picked the New Orleans Saints. And maybe Kenny Chesney. You know what I'm saying? I seen Kenny Chesney pick the Saints. But besides that, like, come on, man. Kenny Chesney. Kenny Chesney got more credibility today than some of these sports media people, man. Straight up.
Exactly. And I did say last night that the prediction was going to be like 35-28.
Uh-huh.
Not after what I saw last night.
Yeah.
Joe Joker put up 28 points 31 points in the first half.
Right. Yeah, that was a beating.
They were gonna keep. I figured it was gonna be much worse.
Yeah, that was a straight up beating.
At TJ, we proved these Buccaneers wrong. That's why I said last night. Who that nation? Saints fans, break your brooms out. We gonna sweep tonight. And that's exactly what we did.
Yeah, absolutely. It's straight up sweet, man. Jerry, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. And you already know. Call back.
TJ, TJ, I gotta bring that fire, bro.
Hey, man, yeah, definitely, man.
I gotta bring it.
Yeah, definitely, man. I appreciate the call, man. Call back anytime, my brother.
Anytime, TJ. You take care, brother.
You too, man. Shouts out to the OG of the State of the Saints podcast, and also a special shout out to Ashton for the $4.99. He says Drew should be in an MVP conversation. He has done so much more with less. Yes, Ashton, he does deserve to be in an MVP conversation, but of course, it's all about what Tampa Bay did not do, and more of what the Saints did do. And it's sad. It's sad, man. It is sad how these people just go through. I mean, they stop at nothing to try to discredit this team. It's amazing. Daniel, Daniel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's going on, TJ?
Hey, what's going on, Daniel, man? Talking about this game, man. What you thought about the Saints beating of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
First and foremost, man, I'm a first-time caller, man. Big shout out to you.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
But I loved it, man. It goes back to what the head coach said about being light years better than what they was.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, if that's better, hey, y'all gonna have a long season.
Right.
A real long season, man. But I love the way how Drew Brees played, man. I never lost confidence or faith for what he has done like the beginning of the season.
Right.
Well, he was like he wasn't playing that well.
Right.
But like what Cuz said from last for what he just said, he has done a lot more with less.
Right.
And you got to get a man his respect. You feel me? Like he's not perfect, but when it's time to turn it on,
right,
and dial it up, right. You know what I'm saying? He's Drew Brees.
Absolutely.
But I said whoever can touch the quarterback the most gonna win this game.
Mm-hmm.
And like you just said, they went to a zero coverage.
Uh-huh.
And them boys in the secondary finally kicked it in gear.
Yep. Yeah, man. Both of them, man. Like Jenkins and Lattimore. I mean, Jenkins locked up Antonio Brown, man. I understand that Antonio Brown wasn't in game shape. This is his first game back, and I expect him to get better as the weeks go by. But right. Jenkins stepped up, man. Jenkins stepped up in this game. Lattimore, like, man, he just that personal vendetta he has against Mike Evans. I mean,
right.
Like it's almost borderline.
They got real beef. They got real beef.
Real.
You know they got real beef. And Dennis Allen, boy, he turned the volume up on that defense. He said, "Let's go get Brady.
Yeah,
let's go get Brady because when we make him uncomfortable, he can't get the ball down the field. I don't care how many weapons the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got on offense. You hit that quarterback, boy, that's the head of the snake."
Right. Yeah, man. I think they exposed their offensive line too, man. They're not winning nothing with that offensive line. Straight up.
It's like we've been running the South, man, for years now. Just because I add Jesus Christ, Randy Moss, and Kevin Durant on the squad don't mean nothing.
Right. That's what I said, man. It's certain things that you can't buy, man. People think that you can just buy talent. This is not the NBA. Like in the NBA, you can get Anthony Davis and LeBron and get you a championship. You can get, you know what I'm saying? You can get Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant probably win yourself a championship. But when we're talking about football, it's a team game. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to have the right pieces in place at the right time in order for you to gain any type of success, man. There's nothing like football at all.
Hey TJ, I really believe this game woke us up.
Yeah,
we're not gonna play. Now I don't think we're gonna play as bad as we've been playing all season. As far as the secondary and on the offense, we got everybody back. I think this really woke us up.
Right. I hope so, man, because we got the 49ers coming to town, and even though they kind of short-handed, Kyle Shanahan is a really good play caller, man. And we all know about that exciting exhibition that happened last year, man, when they're 48-46. So even though they short-handed, man, I expect for them to lay it all on the line, man. The Saints better be ready. But Daniel, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the call.
Thanks for having me, man.
All right, man. Thank you. Yeah, man. Shout out to Daniel, first time caller. And that's a theory that I want to put to bed before I move on. I'm gonna go to the truth hurts, man. Hold on for just 1 second. I think that we can go ahead and put that whole divided locker room theory to bed. I know there's a lot of people out there that still think that the Saints were on edge and there was a division in the locker room because of Drew Brees' comments early in the season, well, in the off season, and people still think that that was an issue. Bruh, the way that the New Orleans Saints after the game, Cam Jordan, DJ Swearinger, Jameis Winston, they all came by the camera and was yelling out, look who the real GOAT is. Look who the real GOAT. The New Orleans Saints, like, look no further. Anybody that think that this team is divided, look no further than this game. The New Orleans Saints players understood how important it was for Drew Brees' legacy in this game, for him to beat Tom Brady. And they took it as a personal mission to make sure they successfully make their quarterback look good. So anybody that's out here that's talking about, oh, man, they dividing the locker room, political this, yada, 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 I think you can put that theory to bed, okay? You can put that theory to bed because if you're still talking about that type of stuff after a game like this, I'm just going to have to believe that you just want to create division because there's no team in the world that's going to go this hard for their quarterback when legacy is on the line like this. No doubt about that. Tim, thank you very much for the $5. He said, Tim, did you see on that Traquan touchdown, I repeat, 3 DBs bid on a pump to Kamara? Bucs was so focused on trying to stop our stars. Yeah, man, and it helped, you know. But man, Dean and Warfield and all them boys, man, they're young. They're young, man. Carlton Davis, they're some young guys. So they're going to get better, man. I mean, I understand. Look, I'm not going to completely disrespect the team. Like, they got some talent on that team, and they got a bright future. I just think that Bruce Arians going to have to change, man. Bruce Arians is way too arrogant for a one-trick pony. Like, he's known as the quarterback whisperer, and he's just running with that. Me personally, I don't think that he's really that good of a coach. I think he's an above average coach, but I don't think he's that good of a coach. And Brian Leftwich he's about an average offensive coordinator. That's why I feel like the Saints had the advantage in this game. The truth hurts. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, CJ? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right, man. We're talking about this game, brother. What you got for me?
Yeah, I tried to call you last night before the game started, but I had to go do something. Honestly, I wasn't surprised at what happened because I started 2 or 3 times to call in and tell you, look, bro, this game is not, if the Saints do what they're supposed to do, this game is not going to be close. Like, I was seeing a lot of people fearing that, Tampa Bay or whatever the hell we want to call them, picked up Antonio Brown. I'm like, look, bro, this dude's going to be rusty, even though he didn't really play like he was rusty last night. Right. But, I mean, I'm just going to be honest, because remember when I had said a lot of our players, we doing all this with our lethal weapons is out. And, I mean, Michael Thomas, we know he didn't have a touchdown, but this guy he still balled out to me. Like, the way he was moving, catching the ball, he looked like he ain't even lost it. He looked like he ain't lost a touch, even though he's been out ever since week 1. And I'm telling people, and you see this defensive line, how they was getting pressure on a supposedly GOAT. I mean, they had Brady look like, he was like, man, maybe I should have stayed in New England. Maybe I might want to call Bill Belichick back. Brady looked at law. I ain't never seen him really frustrated. Well, besides against the Giants in the Super Bowl when, Michael Strahan and all those guys, O.C. Umenyiora and Jason Tuck was putting hands on them. But this guy, that looked like, our defensive line, if they can play like that, and our offense, because we know what the offense can do. I mean, with all these weapons we have, running the football and our lethal weapons on the outside, honestly, our 3 hardest games we got left, when you look at the schedule, is Atlanta twice, because they always play us tough in Kansas City. I don't, honestly, we know we got Minnesota. They've been having our numbers and somewhat, but we know we had them on Christmas Day. But honestly, if the Saints do what they're supposed to do, I don't see who's going to stop this. So we can just keep this momentum going. And the most important thing, we have to try to eliminate the injuries. I know it happens. It's football. People get hit. People get hurt. I understand that. But if we can just stay healthy and just stay focused, I really like our chances. I like what I've been seeing because we haven't had a healthy squad all season long, and we were still eating West Side W's, like as Jameis Winston would say. So, but yeah, man, I'm just happy for that team and the Who That Nation. You know, we deserve a hard effort. We deserve this ring. I mean, hopefully it's our year, brother.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so, man. I mean, this game gave you a lot of optimism going forward, man. Hopefully they can keep this momentum going. But I appreciate it, brother, man. You already know. Call back anytime.
All right, TJ, who that?
Yeah, who that? Yeah. As long as they can keep this momentum, and I think people have to understand this too. We got Quan Alexander coming to the New Orleans Saints. He gonna be playing against his former team next week. So, I mean, now you got Demario Davis, Alex Anzalone, and Quan Alexander. Might be what the doctor ordered. Hopefully the Saints are peaking at the right time. Usually, they start off, strong and then they start kind of teetering. But I just think that if you combine like some of these injuries that happened at the beginning of the season, now it's like guys starting to get themselves healthy again, and they're starting to peak at the right time. Cedric, what's going on?
How you doing, TJ? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. What's going on?
Man, you know what? I thought we was gonna get our Bucs handed to us because the way the defense been playing, they've been playing kind of tough. And I thought that Tom Brady was just gonna go out there and carve up our secondary. But they did everything that I said on Big Q show. The defense played good and the secondary helped out. If it wouldn't be for the secondary, that front D line wouldn't have had all the success they had because the secondary had guys locked down. Tom Brady was standing up there like a statue. He had nowhere to go, nobody to throw to, and Tom Brady ain't finna run. They just had that dude looking horrible. And I just want to give props to the defense because they were the bright spot this game.
Yeah,
they improved better. It looked like I knew once they had that good game against the Bears, because the secondary looked good against the Bears, and I knew once they had that good game against the Bears that we would go at least catch some of it into week 9. But I'm just proud of the way our defense play. But it's like you said, TJ, can they keep up the momentum? Because we all know the defense can play good one week, and then the next week they'll sit up here and play like kindergarten.
Yes.
And you just got to keep up the momentum that they got now. Just because you facing the 49ers and they ain't got all their starting people, that don't mean you got to play them like they, some softball league team. You got to go out there and play them just like you played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You can't sit up there, go out there, and expect Drew Brees to do everything. The defense got to keep this up. If they can keep this up, we can go to the Super Bowl. I don't think we can beat the Chiefs, but I mean, because Patrick Mahomes, that dude there, he just something else. I mean, and I don't know what they gonna do against him because he not like Brady. Pat Mahomes can get out the pocket, he can run, he can throw it on the run, he can throw it with his eyes. So that man is just unbelievable. But if this defense play like they've been doing, I think we got a chance of going to the Super Bowl and getting Drew Brees this ring.
Well, I do feel like the Saints got a chance of beating Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. No disrespect to the Carolina Panthers, Teddy Bridgewater giving them a run for their money. I think that the Saints are a better team than the Carolina Panthers. And it's not like I'm just looking at it like, oh, they had success. I just feel like the Saints do way better when they go up against teams that are the creme de la creme because they take it as a personal challenge. Like it's like them, if that team is the measuring stick, they want to make sure they put on their best performance. So it's going to be one heck of a game. It's going to be one heck of a game when they play the Kansas City Chiefs. I understand about the arm talent of Patrick Mahomes, but I mean, it might be one of those shootout games, but I don't think.
And TJ, I want to say this about Jameis Winston. I think Jameis Winston he looks more happier with the Saints. I don't know if it's just me, but he looks more happier to be with a team that actually win a game.
Why wouldn't
he? And that's why he be in the locker room, he be cutting up. I don't know why the sports company is sitting up there acting like we don't celebrate after every win. I mean, we've been doing it. We've been doing that. We rubbing it in nobody's face. We do it everywhere we go.
Right. because they don't
That's
know the
all I
Saints.
want to say.
That's
TJ,
why
I
we
want to
need to.
hold up.
Yeah, it's cool, Cedric. Thank you so much, brother. Yeah, man, that's because they don't know the Saints. They don't know the Saints. Anybody that's putting stock into what the national media talking about with the Saints, that ought to kill. That ought to kill like any theory that you have about them. They just be talking. Caller says Pat can throw with his eyes closed. Actually, he can. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie about that. That guy has some great arm talent. But I think it's gonna be an interesting game. The Saints ain't gonna take that line down. I don't think so. Rudy, what's going on?
How's it going, TJ?
Hey, how you doing?
First off, thank you for inviting me to be part of this live stream.
Oh, no problem, man. Thank you for calling in.
I appreciate that.
Hmm?
First off, I'm gonna eat my crow too because I had a feeling that this would be a little more closer and the Bucs could pull out with a field goal win.
Right.
But in the back of my mind, I had a feeling that it could be either a shootout or a blowout. But what people tend to forget that Ryan Clark said, "Whoever defense comes to play will win the game." And Saints defense showed up and showed out, if you ask me.
Right.
But
yeah,
now,
no doubt.
Personally, I think, to be honest, what people fail to realize that I know coaches say that you got to give 110%. Well, everybody in the game of football has to give 210%, which means they got to give 80%. They got to be ready mentally 80% of the time. They got to be physical 30% of the time, and 100% of the time they got to have heart.
Yeah, true.
And to be honest, I don't think the Bucs' hearts were in it. They were not pleased at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they took their heart right then and there. I mean, this was a measuring stick game. This was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers moment to shine. This was their time to shine. They went up against the team that has been dominating the NFC South for the last 3 seasons. Okay, whether you want to talk about dominating in a form of winning the division or beating their opponents. Okay, but this was their measuring stick. They could have easily quiet the naysayers. They could have easily stepped forward and been that team that everybody talked about. It was their moment, and they choked. Okay, they choked it away. So I think that we all see that it's more than just writing contracts and paying out money. It takes more than that. It takes, like you said, it takes heart. It takes determination. It takes chemistry, and it takes time and trust. And the Saints have that, and that's something that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are trying to build, or in this case, they're trying to buy.
And I agree. I'm with the amen you there. But now when it comes to, I heard early on that they were to run the South. I'm like, you're gonna come into Saints territory and try to beat them out, bro? Come on, get real, man. And the fact that the Saints heard that, like, all right, you want to come to my territory? I'm going to go to your house and show you what's like to get a beat down.
Exactly.
Domestic violence all in this case,
Yeah, man. I mean, you got to show them. You have to show them. Every now and then, there's going to be that one, like, it's like that little brother. You know what I'm saying? It's like that little brother that you probably have. If you're a big brother, all of a sudden his voice starts to change. He get a little muscular physique. And all of a sudden, he just think that he can take you in a game of one-on-one. And every now and then, you got to take him into the backyard and put a couple threes in his face like Steph Curry. And then, pat him on the back and say, better luck next time, little brother. You know what I'm saying? You almost had me. You got me sweating a little bit. I had to go get the towel a couple times to douse my face. But at the end of the day, you're still the little brother, and I'm the big brother. And it's not your time yet. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah, I agree with you there. They literally told Brady and the whole Bucs nation, sit down, be humble.
Yeah. I mean, it's it, man. You gotta be humble. You know what I'm saying? I like that, Rudy. Lyrics from Kendrick Lamar, man. Thank you, Rudy. Thank you so much, man, for being a part of the show. Hey, call back anytime, my friend, man. I love the energy, my friend.
No problem, man. Thank you so much.
All right, take care, man. Shouts out to Rudy, man. I love the energy. My guy, your boy Jay. What's going on, man? Oh, Jay, are you there?
TJ, how you doing, man? How you doing,
man? I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm celebrating this Saints victory. What about you?
I want to start off real quick by Bucs fans.
I don't think they're gonna see this, man. I don't think they're gonna see this.
I don't ever want to hear these guys talk about they run this division, they own us, they are our daddy. I don't want to hear it anymore. Last night we showed y'all who we were. Believe it. Believe who we are from now on. I don't want to hear nothing else from Bucs fans for the remainder of the year. I don't care if you make the playoffs. I don't care what you do. You got swept. Clean sweep in the trash can right now. But TJ, I want to give you some facts right now, man. I want to throw some facts out there real quick. Drew Brees, for the past 3 games, he completes 78% of his passes, 789 yards, 8 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Wow.
With limited talent.
Well,
this man should be in the MVP conversation along with Alvin Kamara right now.
Yep, he should.
That's really all I really got to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's the truth, Jay. It's the truth. It's the absolute truth, and I don't see, and they still trying to find ways to discredit him. They did not talk not one time. I have not heard people talking about how impressive them 4 touchdowns was against the #1 ranked defense in the National Football League. I didn't hear that not one time, which is sad.
And another part I want to get at for Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp, Max Kellerman, Brandon Marshall, Nick Wright, every last one of you guys for the whole week. Oh, the Bucs, they got Antonio Brown. They got Rupp, who, by the way, has a bad shoulder and shouldn't even be on the field right now.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Chris Godwin. Oh, we got Mike. Oh, the almighty Tom Brady's going to get it done. I sat down this morning and I watched all those shows. They all made excuses, every last one of them. And the sad part is, it's always about what the Bucs didn't do right. Yep. Where's our credit?
Yep.
What credit we get?
They ain't getting none. And I don't even want it. Like I said, Jay, I don't even want it. I don't even want it. I don't even want it. I'm to a point, I do not want nor need validation from the media. I hope they continuously not talk about the New Orleans Saints. But that's on them, man. I mean, we just, as fans, we know that this is a good football team. So it's no surprise to us, that this team find ways to win. I've said it on countless occasions here. They smell like smoke because they've been through fire. They have been battle tested. They have been shaken to their very core. At some of the most controversial and some of the most heartbreaking defeats. You build character in those type of situations. You find out who the real guys are. You find out who the real soldiers are in your platoon. And the Saints, they battle tested. But Jay, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the call, brother. All right, man. Shouts out to Jay, man. We that Who That Nation. Thank you very much for the $1.99 donation. I appreciate that. They got somebody in the chat that's really trying to they're really trying hard to try to troll, but I'm not even gonna give you the time of day because not today. Miguel, thank you for the $4.99 donation. I appreciate that. Dennis says he just mad his team sucks. I think I already know who you talking about with that. Like I said, man, this is somebody that's just trying to troll the group. I'm going to completely avoid him because you can tell when somebody trying to troll because they put the same comment over and over again because they try to get your attention. Not working, man. Jamie, there was only one person on ESPN that said the Saints were going to win, and that was Keyshawn Johnson. Well, your nephew played for the Saints. You want to root for your nephew, right? You'll want to root for your nephew. So, yeah, man, but no trolls allowed today, man. Especially I can understand when you're trying to be a troll and, you put like a comment on there, but when you try to put the same comment over and over again to get attention, It just makes you look pathetic. Angela, it's better when the media sleeps on us. That is when we really shine. Let me say that the defense was outstanding last night. I love seeing Tom Brady's pants on the ground time after time. Yeah, Angela, me too. I enjoyed that. Let's see. I love flying under the radar. Yeah, me too. I love flying under the radar too. Gonna take a few more. Uh, he's not trolling. I can tell from his passion. He genuinely is in love with Tom Brady. I don't know, man. Why would you come here and say that you're not impressed? I don't know, man. I'm not even, like I said, I'm not even going to get that time of day. I don't like that energy right now. I'm on some positive vibe. This has been a great week, okay? It's been a great week. I'm not gonna let that destroy my drive right now. Justin, what's going on, man? Justin, are you there? Justin is having some audio issues, man, so have to get back to him on that. We dominated literally everywhere, offense, defense, and special teams. Teams better start paying attention to Trey Hendrickson. Yeah, they better. I already told y'all, man, that man gonna play. He played himself into some elite money. You know what I'm saying? Some elite money. They sleeping on Trey Hendrickson. Yeah, he gonna get a big contract. I've already said that Trey Hendrickson is probably not gonna be playing for the Saints next year. He's gonna be a starting defensive end on somebody's team. The real GOAT, Drew Brees, New Orleans Saints are the best NFL team, period. Let's just pump our brakes real quick, man. I mean, this was a complete game, but we gotta see. I gotta see a little bit more of this. Justin, what's going on, man? Justin, are you there? Man, Justin, I mean, he having some audio issues, man. But we're about to go ahead and wrap it up. Y'all also, how are y'all still arguing? I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, man, ain't nobody gonna kill my vibe today. I ain't trying to hear no stuff about what Drew Brees ain't and what Tom Brady is. All I know is Drew Brees is 5-2 against Tom Brady. All I know is the Saints dominated Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and that's good enough for me. Tom Brady is, a great quarterback, arguably the greatest quarterback of all time. He's definitely the greatest winner of all time. I will say that he is the greatest winner of all time. But let's not act like Drew Brees is just top liver up in this thing. Okay. Like I say that Tom Brady has won a lot, but I mean you can kind of chunk that up with a combination of him and arguably the greatest coach that ever coached and Bill Belichick. So I think it's a combination of both. But we about to go ahead and get up out of here, man. I want to say thank you all for checking out the State of the Saints podcast. Jay says, appreciate you, TJ. I appreciate you, Jay. And I appreciate each and every one of you, man. Thank you for making this the highest view State of the Saints podcast episode of all time. I never had. We got up to almost 700 views at one time. Like I never, ever got those many views at one time before. So thank you all very much for making this show possible. Thank you all for being a part of Who Dat Nation. And for those that are not, I welcome you as well, man. I mean, this is an interactive podcast. Like I read the comments, people call in. We're a family here, man. And even though we're the State of the Saints podcast, you can ask questions about your team. Like we had Bashar, you know what I'm saying? He called, he talked about the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, if you're a fan of another team and you want to talk about that, you see the Saints are going to match up against your team, fine. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about that, discuss that also. I mean, once again, this is an interactive show. I created this show to give people a voice, man. Me being in radio and in broadcasting, I feel like the most important person is the viewer and the caller. And sometimes you got hosts who try to overshadow, excuse me, outshine the caller and just try to make it about them. If the caller calls them on some BS, they got the producer turning down the sound and making the sound louder for the host to make them drown out the caller. Like, nah, man. Everybody here has a voice. If you call me on something, fine. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with that. As long as it ain't like malicious or anything like that, or you have like no personal vendetta or something like that, I ain't got no problem with that. But this is a show for each and every one of you, and I appreciate you all for making this show what it is. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com, search The State of the Saints Podcast, facebook.com, search The State of the Saints Podcast, and on Twitter, at State of Saints. I'm on Twitter, y'all, at State of Saints. Previous episodes are available on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio.com. You all enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy this Saints victory week. And like always, all I got to say is